Scanning for audio.
Welcome once again to a Tin Dog podcast. Yes, we're getting closer and closer to Christmas with every single release. Now, many of you will have the Matt Smith box set on order for Christmas. Santa will be dropping it into your lap, or perhaps you've already bought it, and like me, you just want to talk about it a tiny bit. Well, I need to, because I have a confession to make. I've worked out, finally, what's wrong with me. Yes, and I know lots of people will be jumping on iTunes to leave a review saying, we've known what's wrong with him for some time. That's not what I'm saying. Listening to my reviews of the last season, I sound like a grumpy old man. But I know what's wrong. I really do know what's wrong with me. I've worked it out and it's brilliant. I don't like watching Doctor Who. I like having watched it. I like it when Doctor Who is in my head already and is stored, filed, catalogued, and can be examined and looked at in the past tense. The experience of sitting down and actually watching Doctor Who is a little uncomfortable. I'm always of the opinion that I'll miss something, that something won't make sense, and that's what's happened here. This, quite definitely, is a series designed to be watched almost in one go. Modern Doctor Who lives in the world of the box set. There are things mentioned in passing, like in, well, The Doctor's Wife, when the TARDIS turns round and says to Rory, it means the smell of dust after the rain. I didn't get that. I just didn't. I waited and I waited for it to make sense, but I didn't put two and two together that it was what the perfume means, the name on the wall in closing time. Little things like that just escaped me because I wasn't paying enough attention. This box set has changed my view of many of the stories. I like things a lot more, and I'm not trying to double think things. I'm not questioning things as deeply as I was. I'm not trying to work out where we were going. I'm just simply along for the ride. And as a box set, it works beautifully. The commentaries on the disc set, oh, how great is that? Normally you've got 2 or 3 people in a room chatting. There's one for The Doctor's Wife. It's Neil Gaiman by himself in a room just talking. Gets my vote absolutely every time. So worth it. Yes, you'd buy it for, well, let's face it, we tape Doctor Who off the TV or whatever you want to call it these days. Burnt, recorded, digital playbacks, it doesn't really matter what you call it. Sky plus it. But you want to own it. Yes, you can buy the Blu-ray if you've got enough money to buy that sort of thing. It'd be very nice. But the DVD itself, what do you get? Now, there's a set of extras on here that don't exist anywhere else. Yes, you've got confidential, but they're cut down. Kinda pointless. There's an extra confidential, but let's not bother with that just yet. No. The important thing here is the set of extras called A Night In, or A Night, whatever it is. It's the Night of the Doctor, because they're all stories about what the Doctor does at night while people are asleep. Now, yes, everyone else will be talking about the really fantastic River Song one, the one that would allow you to sew up the entire River Song storyline. But for me, the one that mattered the most was the one where Amy and the Doctor are chatting about the nature of reality, about the nature of time travel, about memory, the way that déjà vu is really the universe snapping back into place. the things that you may or may not have experienced kind of coinciding with each other at the same time. It's going to be canon, obviously, because it exists, but it was never broadcast on TV, so we have to leave it there. It does make sense, but it doesn't quite feel right when it comes to the world of Doctor Who, and I can't put my finger on why. But it was extremely well done. But you can't be shelling out that much cash for 1 5-minute extra, can you? Basically, collectively, it comes to about 25 minutes worth of, well, Doctor-based fun. Yes, you've got the web prequels as well on here. And a host of other things. The monster files exist that were on the discs you could already buy. But yes, it's a truly marvellous thing, sitting back and watching all of these stories from start to end. Tiny things like Amy's question in Time and Space, which you're led to believe when you watch the box set couldn't be anything other than, Doctor, I'm pregnant in space, is it going to be okay? Or something along those lines. So yes, it's a fabulous box set. Which sadly brings me to, well, a not so fabulous box set. Torchwood Miracle Day. You knew I'd have to talk about it at some point. What's all that about? Well, if you want to hear my reviews of the individual episodes, you can nip back and I'm sure you'll be able to listen to those if you really want to. The basic storyline is no one dies. For 10 grueling, annoying, padded episodes. They're not that padded, they just have so many other directions dealing with the moral implications of things that you could have kind of looked at. It makes you know that Torchwood isn't Doctor Who. Hell, let's look at it. In this series of Doctor Who you have mentions of, well, Spock and Star Trek and Beam Me Up and things like that, and yet in Torchwood you've got Q and Major Nerys in the same episode. Even Captain Jack would spot that. So they are drifting apart, and that's fine. Sadly, due to Russell T Davis's real life, I can't see there being much Torchwood for the foreseeable. But that'll be fine. Out of adversity comes imagination. So let's hold our breath and wait for something spectacular and hope everyone gets better, because that's what we're all about. I don't really want to talk about the real world. I'm here to review discs. What else do you get? You get some lovely commentaries. You really do. They're very, very telling and honest, which makes a nice change. There's a few makings of, almost Torchwood Confidential. Remember those? What were they called? Oh, it doesn't matter. The thing that's worth watching, though, is the thing that was available on the internet, the Eliza Dushku Torchwood animated feature. It's nice. It's actually very, very nice. It's well done, if you like that sort of thing. And it does indeed add to the plot. So yeah, it's worth owning. You may not watch it as many times as, God help you, Children of Earth. But if you like Torchwood, and you like Captain Jack, it's a well worth buy. And I'm not just saying that, because there's something nicer about having it on disc. And perhaps it's just like I said about Doctor Who in general. I like having seen it, so that I don't have to think about it too much when I'm watching it for the first time. So I'll fade away, bid you all farewell, and speak to you all very, very soon. Be seeing you.
You have been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who and its associated shows are all trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Contact us at tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk.